One for them, one for me. It's a common saying amongst some of the biggest directors working today, but is relatively unknown outside of that. It's the theory that directors make a film for themselves and then a film for the fans. For example, Rian Johnson with The Last Jedi and then Knives Out, or Taika Waititi with Thor Ragnarok and then Jojo Rabbit. It allows directors to make a good living whilst also still creating the films they are fully passionate about. But where does this originate? What does it mean? And why is it good for the film industry? The one for them category encapsulates movies tailored to a broader audience, featuring more accessible narratives and conforming to mainstream conventions. These films serve as a passage for directors to engage a wider viewership, adhering to popular genres or employing conventional storytelling techniques, thereby solidifying their industry foothold and allowing them to continue their true passion of storytelling. A lot of the time, this includes directors working for a big franchise. For example, Marvel, DC or Star Wars, where even though they won't have a lot of creative control, they will gain the respect of the executives who may be the ones signing the checks for their next endeavour. Conversely, One for Me describes films of a more esoteric or introspective nature. Simply put, they reflect the auteur's individual artistic visions. These projects often delve into unconventional narrative structures, experimental themes, or contemplative storytelling. They prioritise the creative expression over commercial considerations. Directors don't have to think as much about what is right for the commercial audience and can truly make something for them, which 9 out of 10 times works in their favour. For instance, Martin Scorsese's Silence serves as his One for Me, a deeply introspective exploration of faith and spirituality, while The Wolf of Wall Street represents his One for Them, appealing to a larger audience with its commercially palatable storyline, far more engaging story, and Leonardo DiCaprio. Similarly, Christopher Nolan's Inception epitomizes One for Me, delving into complex themes and innovative storytelling, while his Dark Knight series functions as the One for Them. Even with the classical Nolan style, it still managed to captivate broader audiences with its superhero narrative, even though I would personally argue that people are more likely to prefer Inception to the series as a whole. For a director a bit newer to this sphere, Taika Waititi has only recently jumped on this train. With the success of What We Do in the Shadows leading to Thor Ragnarok, leading to Jojo Rabbit, leading to Thor Love and Thunder, leading to whatever he's doing now. He is the poster boy for this phrase. He quite literally does one for himself and then one for the studios, which I say because everything he touches seems to have his signature style, whether it's franchise or not. There are always exceptions to this rule though, especially when directors hit the mark on their franchise or box office film and then completely miss it with their own one, with one of the biggest culprits being Joseph Kosinski, directing the box office hit Top Gun Maverick and then following it up with Spiderhead, which, whilst it doesn't seem to be the worst film in the world, it also doesn't really rank amongst the others I've mentioned today. Although sometimes directors just stay on the One for Them path, which unfortunately seems to be the case with Ryan Coogler, who absolutely hit it out of the park with Fruitvale Station and then stayed on that commercial wave. But why is this good for the industry? Which I undoubtedly think it is. Well, this strategic approach allows filmmakers to strike a harmonious balance between pursuing their creative inclinations and meeting the commercial demands of the film industry. It facilitates the sustenance of artistic integrity while concurrently ensuring the resources and leverage necessary to embark on more daring and idiosyncratic cinematic ventures. It also allows for auteurs to lend a hand into the blockbusters that fill our cinemas so that we aren't stuck with this.